Elise, totally awake, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, then welcome. Now y'all, this is like my third video today. Hopefully, one of these videos make the cut. Hopefully all of them make the cut, okay? But I just want to talk some more because I'm just in that mood today. I want to talk about some profound things that happened, or times I was really touched as a Jehovah's Witness, feeling like, this is really the truth, and what I think about those times now. So, I already shared with y'all one time, one of my co-workers from years ago, we had became really good friends, and then we wound up finding out, that we was both raised Jehovah's Witness. She had never been baptized, but it was just really, it was just really a moment for me. Like, I remember breaking down in tears and everything and feeling like, oh my God, you're my sister, girl, because everybody used to think that we were, that we sound alike and that we could be sisters, at the job. So I'm like, you are my sister, you're my spiritual sister. So that was the moment. I already kind of talked about that already. So with that, I went from feeling like, oh my goodness, Jehovah has brought me and this girl together to be friends, and so that we can encourage each other to return to Jehovah. I went from feeling that way to feeling as though we was actually brought in each other's lives. I woke up and I was supposed to one day help her wake up, and that's exactly what happened. But then another moment is when I went on the Bethel tour. Now, the Bethel tour, would leave from my hometown, and they had like a 7-day tour, they had like a 10-day tour. Some years they would do different lengths. I've been when they've done both the 7 and the 10-day tours. And we would travel to Bethel. We would travel to the Bethel branches where the Jehovah's Witnesses, they make their literature at, right? And that's where basically the room and board for all the workers there and everything. That's where the governing body, the leaders live, right? So, we went to New York. We would travel up to New York and stay in different places. I remember, being in like Virginia. I remember going to Pennsylvania. Wherever Hershey Park is, I don't know. Don't get me the line, y'all. Where Hershey Park at? I'm gonna put it on the screen when I find it, because I know I'm just losing my thought right now. But we would go to the little theme parks, and it would be really fun because it was just a bus full of Jehovah's Witnesses. It would be like 3-4 buses full of Jehovah's Witnesses traveling together, staying in the same hotel rooms or ones right by each other if it wasn't enough for all of us at one. Every day they would do the daily text. We would study the Watchtower. We would do the book study, all of that during that time. We wasn't missing no beats now. Even though we was missing the meetings during that time, we would have the meeting right on that bus traveling. And it was really cool because we would bring our Vienna sausages and our potted meat and all our snacks. That's the kind of snacks we would have packed on that bus. Just all kind of snacks that we could just eat, before we stopped somewhere, or to avoid having to spend so much money out or whatever, but we was riding for a long time. So, and I really used to like those Vienna sausages. We used to have our hot sauce, our crackers with our potted meat, hot sauce. I wouldn't dare eat no potted meat now, but I might eat some Vienna sausages though. But of course, all the other snacks we had in the coolers and stuff, and like I said, staying in these hotels, it was really fun. Like, I had, young girls around my age and everything that was on these trips, And I just remember one time, though, you visit, like, the branches in New York, and you visit the branches in Canada, because we went to Canada, and we visited also the Niagara Falls. So that's really nice. Got on the Maid of the Mist boat ride. And those were really enjoyable, memorable times for me. Like, I had so much fun on that trip, So I went at least 3-4 times on the Bethel tour, if not more. I know we had other trips that was orchestrated. Well, not necessarily orchestrated, but we orchestrated them with a few families that was Jehovah's Witnesses. We would go down to Orlando, rent houses that would be by each other with pools and stuff like that. And this traffic crazy. It was a really good time. You know, but I remember one time when I was like 17 and I went on a Bethel tour. And I remember going to the branches and visiting how, you know, and going and seeing where they eat at and have their meals and, you know, the different laundry rooms. And, you know, you're just walking around the Bethel branch and you see all these different pictures and stuff like that. And you see where they make the magazines. Like you actually walking around where they just, you know, you see the printing machines and everything. And you see these people just working so hard. And I got really emotional that last time that I went when I was like 17 years old, because, you know, with everybody working so hard and everything like that, I really did feel like, oh my God, this is Jehovah's house. And oh my God, this is Jehovah's organization. Like, just going there, when you believe that stuff, going there will make you believe even more. You know, like really thinking that this has to be God's work. I mean, it's so beautiful. You know, they have it so neat and everything. It looks nice. Now, the outside be pretty with flowers and everything, and it looks really nice. You know? And so you really, somebody like me, I started to really think like, oh my gosh, this is the truth. And I got emotional because, you know, I had already been disfellowshipped. And I had been reinstated by this time. I was 17 years old. I got this fellowship when I was 16. Got reinstated when I was 16. I was disfellowship for 6 months. But, okay, I'm on this Bethel tour at 17. And I know in my mind that I done messed up again. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't confessed. And so I'm like, dang. You know, I'm going on this Bethel tour. And I'm like, dang, man. You know, I'm emotional because I know what I've done. And I'm like, it's heavy on me because I'm like, you know, I need to tell somebody that I done said it again. And I don't need to just hold this on my chest. You know what I'm saying? So I remember just crying and just, you know, I had like this breakdown moment. And I remember like my aunt, because I think this is when I last went when I was 17. My mom didn't go. But I went with my aunt and my grandma. And I remember they was trying to ask me what's wrong with me. Some of the people that went to my hall that was on the tour, they was trying to see what was wrong with me, and I wouldn't tell anybody what was wrong with me. In fact, you know, I probably shared with a couple of people, like just talking about this instance before, but I'm kind of just like really like telling you guys. That's why I was crying, because I felt like, oh my God, this is the truth. I done messed up again. Now I got to talk to these elders again. Oh my God, I don't want to be disfellowshipped, you know, and be disfellowshipped out of Jehovah's organization again. You know, I just felt bad for her and Jehovah, because I see now it's his organization because the way all these people print in his magazines, and you know, they all eat together and stuff, and this is the truth. And now when I look back on it, I just think like, girl, a lot of organizations can get some people together and print some stuff. Like, that does not mean that it's the truth because it was so clean or it was so pretty. Like, I mean, none of that means that it was the truth. And I shouldn't have been so hard on myself. It's not like I was just, you know, around here just out there. I wasn't. You know, I'm talking about one other time that it happened. You know, maybe it was a couple times. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, who knows? But it wasn't like a bunch. It couldn't have, I know it wasn't a bunch of times because I couldn't even get away like that. You know what I'm saying? I had to be sneaky with mine. But, you know, there was another time when I lived in Colorado, and what stuck out to me, you know, when I only lived in Colorado for a short time. My husband was stationed there when we first got married, so that's where I was at with him. So, you know, I have my family encouraging me to find a hall there, encouraging me to get back in the Kingdom Mall. So I find a hall, and this girl was so freaking nice to me, like, and you know, it just made me feel like, man, you know, wherever we go, we got brothers and sisters. Because, you know, that's what my family was telling me as I was thinking about, you know, going to a hall. They was telling me, you got brothers and sisters everywhere. You know, they was telling me that even when I was going to be moving, because, I mean, it was so far away. I live in Florida, and Colorado is far away from Florida. So they were just telling me, you got family there. You got brothers and sisters there. You know, and for her to just be so nice to me the way that she was. I mean, she would come pick me up. She came and picked me up a couple of times. I remember going to Olive Garden with her the night before the memorial. I met her at Olive Garden, or maybe that I met her before meeting one Sunday, because I think when we went to the memorial, we wound up going to Dairy Queen. That's what we did. We went to this restaurant, but it was so packed we didn't want to wait, so we wound up just going to Dairy Queen afterwards. And you know, it just made me feel like, wow, I really do have people that care about me. Like, I just met her, but she's so loving towards me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, she would have these other couple of girls that she would hang out in the hall. So, you know, we'll all go to TGI Fridays together. You know, and I remember she had went to college and stuff like that to be a teacher. So I really admired. I think she was about to finish, or she had just finished school, but she hadn't became a teacher yet. She was pioneering everything. And, you know, I just admired how she could go to school and everything like that, and still be a pioneer, you know, but still think that her education is important and not be, you know, indoctrinated, or not let the you know, the talks from the platform persuade her not to think that she could get an education. And I remember us having a conversation out to dinner before about that, and me just asking her, like, you know, what did your family think about you getting going to school and stuff like that? And basically it's like, as long as she was pioneering, then it was fine and stuff, and she was still living at home with her mom and stuff like that. And, you know, I just even remember us laughing about how she was talking about one time at the convention, they was playing the beginning of one of Rihanna's songs. Y'all know that song, Turn Off the Lights in Here, Baby. So in the beginning of the song, it's like, so she was telling me how they were playing that. And she's like, you know, everybody knew what song it was. She was like, they only played the beginning stuff, but we were so hyped. And it was like, they played Rihanna at the convention? Like, what? Doing a dramatization? You know, this was, you know, over 10 years ago now. But, you know what? I'm gonna let you go ahead, because you need to go. Hey, I'm gonna let you, bye. Yeah, bye. So, yeah. All of that was just fun, really meeting her, you know. And now the way I feel about it is, yeah, she was nice to me and everything like that, but she was indoctrinated to love bomb. You know what I'm saying? And I know when I came up in that hall, you know what I'm saying, she just was like, you know what? You know, when the first conversation we had, she was probably like, you know what, you cool. I want to hang out with you. You seem like you cool. So, you know, of course, you know. But it was kind of weird though too, because like, I remember, like, around that time I had got pregnant and stuff like that, and I remember she told me, I thought her name was Malva from the first time I met her, but then she didn't tell me until I was about to leave that her name was Malia, because she was like, I should name my child Malia if it's a girl, which it was a boy. But I was like, oh, that's you know, and she was like, I was like, where you get it from? She was like, that's my name. I'm like, girl, you didn't let me call you Malva this whole time? It was crazy. But now I just wish I could tell her, girl, that's a cult, please. Malva, Malia, if you out there somewhere, girl, it's a cult, girl, in Colorado Springs, girl, I appreciate you, girl, for being my friend, and I just want to tell you that it's a cult, okay? Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all got some experiences y'all want to share down below, similar, or whatever y'all want to share down below. Tell me, holla at me, all right? Like, share, subscribe, and I'll be back with another one. Bye.